Welcome to Born to Win Legend, where we bring you the untold stories of visionaries, rebels, and legends who changed the world forever. When we talk about tech billionaires, names like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Elon Musk usually take the spotlight. But there's one man who has always stood apart, a rebel who built an empire not by playing safe, but by challenging rules, breaking norms, and daring to do things his way. His name is Larry Ellison, the co-founder of Oracle, and one of the most fascinating figures in the history of technology. Larry Ellison was born in 1944 in New York City to a single mother who was unable to raise him. At just 9 months old, he was sent to live with his aunt and uncle in Chicago. Growing up, Ellison never really felt like he belonged. He wasn't the perfect student, and he certainly wasn't the type to follow traditional paths. In fact, he dropped out of college not once, but twice. To many, that would have been a sign of failure. To Ellison, it was simply the beginning of his own journey. In his 20s, Ellison moved to California, where the emerging world of computers was beginning to take shape. Jobs and Gates were just starting their revolutions, but Ellison was different. He wasn't dreaming about personal computers on every desk. He was thinking bigger, about how the world's growing hunger for data could be harnessed, stored, and controlled. In 1977, with just a few $1,000s, Larry Ellison co-founded a company that would become Oracle. Its mission was simple but ambitious: to create a database system that could organize and retrieve massive amounts of information quickly and reliably. At a time when most people didn't even understand what a database was, Ellison was betting on the future. And he was right. Oracle's software soon became the backbone of business and government systems across the world. From banks and airlines to militaries and Fortune 500 companies, Oracle databases powered them all. Larry Ellison had created not just a company, but a global infrastructure of information. But what made Ellison truly unique wasn't just his business genius. It was his personality. He was brash, bold, and unapologetic. While Gates and Jobs often carried an aura of visionary calm, Ellison thrived on confrontation. He loved to win, and he hated to lose. He once said, "When you innovate, you've got to be prepared for people telling you that you are nuts." That attitude defined his career. Ellison wasn't afraid to take risks. He pushed Oracle aggressively, sometimes too aggressively. In the early days, the company nearly collapsed because of overpromising and under-delivering. But instead of giving up, Ellison doubled down, fixed the problems, and kept moving forward. His relentless drive turned Oracle into one of the most powerful tech companies in history. As his wealth grew, so did his reputation as a rebel billionaire. He wasn't just building databases, he was building a lifestyle. Ellison bought mansions, yachts, and even his own Hawaiian island, Lanai. He raced yachts competitively, poured millions into sailing competitions, and lived a life of adventure that few billionaires could match. To him, money was never just about wealth. It was about freedom. The freedom to live on his own terms, to chase passions, and to never answer to anyone. Yet despite his flamboyant lifestyle, Ellison also had moments of surprising humility. He often spoke about his early struggles, about being raised without much, about not fitting into traditional molds. Those experiences, he said, made him stronger, more determined to prove himself. And he did, in ways that few could have imagined. Ellison's story is also one of rivalry. He sparred with Gates, clashed with competitors, and wasn't afraid to call out what he saw as hypocrisy in the tech world. At one point, he even funded investigations into Microsoft during its antitrust battles, openly positioning himself as a challenger to Gates's dominance. This wasn't just business, it was personal. But while others played for recognition, Ellison played to win. And win he did. Oracle became a titan of enterprise software, with revenues in the tens of billions. Ellison himself became one of the richest men on earth, consistently ranking among the top 5 on Forbes' Billionaire list. Even today, long after most of his contemporaries have stepped back, Ellison remains deeply involved in Oracle, guiding it through the era of cloud computing and artificial intelligence. His competitive fire hasn't faded. In his own words, great achievers are driven, not so much by the pursuit of success, but by the fear of failure. That relentless fear, that constant hunger, has kept Ellison pushing boundaries for decades. The life of Larry Ellison is a paradox. He is a rebel who built order, a dropout who became a billionaire, a man who lived wildly yet built systems that demanded discipline and precision. His empire continues to power the digital backbone of the modern world, and his legacy reminds us that greatness doesn't come from following rules. It comes from rewriting them. This is Born to Win Legend. If Larry Ellison's journey inspired you, make sure to subscribe and stay with us for more incredible stories of rebels, visionaries, and legends who changed the world.